VIP.
Yeah.
What we're gonna have
So
to
you
do,
get
we're gonna
big,
have to
you gotta
figure out
do the
something
extra content.
like, yeah. So we'll do this publicly, but then like have some real, uh, because I don't think what I can post on YouTube is like the graphene videos and all that shit, right?
I'd be
Like
hesitant.
how yeah, the mRNA, graphene, and all that, right? Definitely, like you can't really talk about that, huh? Yeah, for sure. I mean, like you can talk about it, you can barely mention it, but like you can't show it. You can't show like expose it for sure.
You can't go in depth.
Wait, what
They'll
video?
definitely hit you.
Like the mRNA type of the graphene stuff. You know, have you seen the graphene videos?
What's graphene? I don't know. What's graphene?
So have you seen the black goo?
Oh yeah, yeah. You can't talk about the goo stuff.
I think it's a very touchy subject because that's currently one of the biggest problems, like in the last few years, as far as medical issues, right? You know, so if they're looking at it as a medical misinformation standpoint, then yeah, uh,
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean.
Let's do the PC gamer. I want to talk about Call of Duty.
All right, well, check this out. I can actually edit. Cool guys, sweet. So I'm just doing some live editing, some custom layout stuff. All right, thank you guys for being here. Make sure to tell your friends, family. We are back on YouTube. What I'm deciding to do is keep the news articles free after a little bit of a meeting with my conglomerate right here at you know the Knights at the Round Table. All right, moving forward, guys. Hey, so an eerie ring of red light flashes like a massive UFO above Italy. Yo, Woss, you brought this up. All right.
Oh yeah, yeah. It looks like a eerie. What? What is it? It was likely caused by an electromagnetic pulse from a nearby thunderstorm.
Oh,
Halo
hold
of
on.
red.
How are thunderstorms producing EMPs now? Well, that doesn't seem right.
Hmm. I don't know. What is that?
And look at the sky, dude. They're saying a thunderstorm. It's fucking clear skies.
I don't see no cloud.
Yeah, you got a
Back.
couple little tiny clouds here and there.
Hmm.
That's fucking weird.
Oh, disappeared within milliseconds, meaning most people likely missed the strange spectacle. So it didn't last that long then.
Yeah. Hmm.
I have been saying this for quite some time. What I think is going on in the sky is extra dimensional technology that we just cannot see half the time. Whether that be like psionic storms being caused by some device or actual crafts just altering the dimensions that we see, altering the physics. Um, you know, it could be a multitude of things, but I definitely think that there is some high dimensional technology being used in the skies and in the clouds with more than half the things we see. I'm not saying clouds don't exist, but
They're fake like
clouds are
clouds.
not clouds. Yeah, clouds are definitely fake UFOs.
It's like that movie. What was it?
Nope.
Up? Oh, Nope. Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
That was a pretty good movie.
That was
Yep.
good.
I liked it.
I like all Jordan Peele's movies.
He does great, man. He's one of the last true actual original movie makers out there. Everybody's doing these fucking remakes now.
I didn't
And
know that.
yeah, he's just good. He has his own original content he produces. top notch. I love it. I don't love all his movies, but I at least appreciate that he's original and not just remaking the same thing that's been made 1,000 times before.
Mm-hmm.
I'll admit, some of the stuff that was in this last movie, Nope, was very realistic, and I definitely think that it had a little bit of a nod to Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah. Well, I hear he's like big into this community. Like he looks at the supernatural and stuff, and like he's actually interested in real phenomenon. He's not just doing the Hollywood cliche shit.
That's awesome to hear because I do know some of these guys are on our side. They want disclosure. They want the truth out, and the more producers that we could get on our side to open their mind to this type of um, reality, the better. Personally,
Yep.
so what this Italian UFO red ring thing is states right here, this ring flash known as an emission of light or a very low frequency perturbation due to electromagnetic pulses or an elf or elv. So, you know, it could be that. It could also be a sprite. Strategic, or no, stratospheric, mesospheric perturbation resulting from intense thunderstorm electrification. I've heard those two terms used for a long time in the paranormal, sprites and elves. And I do think that it's no coincidence that they're named sprites and elves. Am I right, Zed? If we look back at ancient times, sprites and elves are along with fairies and all
The
this
Fey folk,
folklore.
yeah.
And you know, you
It is
actually
funny how they seem to keep naming things like that. You know, they have all these acronyms they come up with where they're all referencing earlier sources of supernatural occurrences.
it's all occult. I mean, you actually hear about some of the stories of elves and fairies. Some of the stories about fairies is that they would impregnate women,
What?
and like create a child inside of them. Um, they would abduct people and use them as like genetic like testing. Kind of sounds like abductees. Uh, Women and men both get abducted. Sometimes the women get pregnant, and sometimes the men are used as these genetic tests. There's kind of no difference if we actually think that some of these witches out there in the ancient past knew occult practices to interact with other dimensional beings known as elves. We can bet that Grimes and Elon Musk and all their friends know occult practices to, guess what, contact elves and sprites and fairies, and you know them using higher dimensional technology and occult magic to interact with these things. We actually know Grimes is this like occult witch. You know, they named their kid Archangel and the other kid Demon or
Mm.
Damon. Sorry, it's close enough to Demon. Very interesting. So it says during the storm, an unusual powerful bolt, at least 10 times more powerful than regular lightning bolts, are generated like an electrical shock wave, which hit the ionosphere according to this weather app.
Well, here's the problem I have with this, what they're saying here. That's one thing, right? But if you look at the picture, there's no clouds in the sky there. The bolt didn't hit there. This is not where the bolt's coming from.
What if the bolt's coming from right there, this red little light? You see that? Or is that Mars?
Oh,
But
what's that?
in order to create the circular pattern in nature that you're seeing there, the bolt would have to be at the epicenter. Right? We're seeing a clear sky. We got stars all around. There's no lightning bolt coming down dead center there to create the circular pattern.
Yeah. There's
So that
definitely some
explanation to
fishery
me,
going on.
yeah, it's just bullshit. It's
Fish
any way they can
business.
explain it that's not supernatural or the government fucking around with shit.
It's probably supernatural and the government fucking around with shit at the same time. But yeah, you know, the mainstream, they like to downplay everything. I cannot get out of this article. How did I fucking get out of this article? Oh, God. Hold on, guys. Technical difficulties. All right. We are back. So we are going to watch this quick 5 minute. Well, we're not. We don't have to watch a 5 minute clip. Endeavor signs a massive deal to combine UFC and WWE.
Let's watch
This
them
is
here. I'll let him take over.
Oh, okay.
yeah, WossBoss is yours.
It's kind of cool because you know, UFC, WWE, they kind of go hand in hand. So I was thinking maybe get a new streaming service because I remember at one point I was paying for WWE Network. It was like $99, so I got to watch unlimited WWE content. So I can only imagine if they had a UFC content and they jacked the price up to 15, 20. A lot of people would buy it. Maybe I'd be one of them fools. So as a business move, it sounds great to me.
Yeah, I can go ahead and then see them adding something like this Prime Boxing or Showtime Boxing, right? Or them adding some other boxing service to it and just making a network. It's definitely good moves. The more that the sports industries unite and put their money together, the better it is because like they're all fighting over the same city. If they would just put their money together, they realize that they can make a bigger event in the same city that they're fighting over. They don't have to be fighting over it anymore.
Hmm.
Yeah, like when they go down to like Dallas or Florida or something, they're normally in the same cities, wrestling and fighting at the same times. So, might as well just put all the money together, make it one super event, and actually get more viewers because now people aren't going to be like, I just want to watch WWE or I just want to watch UFC. There's going to be people like, yo, let's go check out both of them. Fuck yeah, like me personally, I'll be a little bit interested in going to a live event, an all day event, because the wrestling it doesn't take that long. Let's just say they have like WWE event from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. and then boom, from 6 p.m. to 12 p.m. they got the UFC, or vice versa, whichever way it is. But an all-day event would still be pretty dope.
Right. You can prop it all up in the same arena, save on costs that way. Same on the setup for all the audio visual stuff. And then all you have to do basically is change out the ring in the middle.
It's a good idea, yeah.
It is. That's brilliant. If you can
Hey, that's a win.
Because you're going to get the arena for the whole day regardless. So you might as well stack them.
Yep.
And that's absolutely brilliant. It cuts costs dramatically, and you can go see two great forms of entertainment.
Mm.
Make them all day events, like you were saying. You get fucking tailgating going on, and hell yeah, man, I'm all about that.
It will be fun looking at these companies going into the future. We will move forward. So, these plastic chemicals are known to feminize boys. Yes, guys. I'll be honest, I'm not even gonna hold my tongue, man. Like, we are seeing over the last 10 years a huge increase in depravity, in the confusion of genders, in the like lack of confidence in their own human anatomy, and the destruction of hormones, sperm count, fertility, all of this. And it's just being caused by these freaking chemicals, these phthalates, they call them, the plastics
that are in
everywhere.
absolutely everything now. Yeah.
Plastic's so bad. I don't even know why they keep making plastic. Like they know it's bad for the environment and everything else, but they continue to make it. Like why do we keep making
Well,
plastic?
that's why they make it, because they know
Okay.
it's bad.
They wanted to. Okay.
Yeah, the less happy the slaves are, the happier the rich are, and the happier the elite are, right? So we're still the slave class. The elite and the slave owners and the billionaires and trillionaires never really lost their position of power. All they really did was make corporations, make laws, turn us into political war states, and change all the names and hide their imagery, hide behind Freemasonries, and hide behind banks. And the more that they can get us sick, the better.
Oh yeah. Hey, sick people. What's one of the biggest industries in the world right now? It's pharmaceuticals.
Yep.
You want people to be sick.
Yeah.
That's how you make your money. And they're all owned by BlackRock and Vanguard, these huge corporations. That's part of their holdings. It's worldwide. Everything is built into these mega corporations right now. Unless you disappear to a third world country.
And these big corporations, they want to own and control you, and the less human you can be, the easier it is for them, because they're not. If you can't have a kid, if you choose that, oh, I'm biologically just effed up, and you know what, I don't need a kid anymore because I'm the opposite sex. Well, guess what? There's gonna be no one in the future. And look, man, I understand that if you're like 18 or 30 and you want to do whatever the heck you want, like, it still might be a mental illness, but it's a little bit different than right here what this is being said. It's saying that boys and girls are being targeted with this phthalate, right? It's showing that this phthalate or plastic can go into um the boys' testosterone levels and shut them off. And they call it right here, mean boys are born with genital abnormalities. These phthalates can knock out the male hormone testosterone abnormalities. So
Right.
they're
So you end
saying,
up with the junk of like a 3-year-old.
no, not just that, but also some sissy boys where they don't want to
Well,
stand up for
that's what
anything.
I'm saying. Like that's all testosterone, man.
Oh yeah.
That's your male development turning into an actual man is based on your testosterone levels. And
Yes.
that's what we're seeing is that it's being interfered with, and you're getting more and more boys who don't actually turn into men. They never get that puberty change where you start growing, your junk size gets bigger. Come on. But just a facial hair too. Like everybody used to be able to grow a fucking beard back in the day. Now it's like most of these kids look like they couldn't grow a beard if they wanted to.
I was just growing a beard, and then I decided to cut it, so I feel a little bit offended.
No, hey, I don't have a beard. I got a goatee.
I just played
My
around,
cheeks
bro.
get a little patchy, so I keep it to a goatee. But You know what I mean? Like they just don't have facial hair. It doesn't come in because
No,
they
I
never get
feel
any
you.
testosterone.
I definitely feel you. Like I even mentioned earlier, like hair is even so bad. Like with women and men, you kind of see it. Like they just don't have strong hair anymore. Weak hair,
Yeah.
very thin hair. Um, you know, and then they want to say, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go bald because I feel like it. It's like, man, hold on. What about your hair? Don't you love it? It's like, nope, nope. I don't care about anything. I don't care about my feelings, my senses. I don't care about me. I'm not even human. I'm just a flesh, a vessel. Like they've lost complete sensibility, and sensuality of their own senses.
Yeah. Nobody's connected anymore. There's no deeper spirituality. It's been drummed out of us. And spirituality will tell you not to care that much about your physical form, but it also says that your body's a temple. And you should take care of it. And nobody's doing that now. We look at everything from like the fucking obesity rates are ridiculous. Nobody's eating right. Nobody's exercising. Nobody's spending time in nature. It's designed to kill us off. And it's working.
Well, look at right here. It goes on in this article. It says boys exposed to high levels of these phthalates in the womb are less likely to play with cars, trains, guns, and engage in rougher games like play fighting. So, imaginably, also, let's just say hypothetically, for women, you can imagine that the traits that are missing would be hospitality, love, nurture, some of those more feminine, divine feminine aspects, cooking and cleaning.
Right. And boys who have a strong male role model, they're going to want to be like their dad. Right. So if their dad's, let's say, a guy's guy, I know that's not PC culture correct, but like, growing up around my dad, I grew up in the country. I learned how to work on cars and fish and hunt. And I learned that from my dad. I think a lot of what they're saying is that it's not even necessarily the chemicals. It's a lot of these kids aren't being brought up by guys who are actually guys. And I'm not saying you have to be brought up in the country to do that. Like anything, weightlifting, sports, like men used to have these activities because they needed the physical outlet. And you're not seeing that with the modern generation. What's their dad do? He comes home and he plays a video game and microwaves a hot pocket. And you know what I mean? Like they're not spending time with actual role models who are doing things and being active.
And part of it is that nuclear family destruction, where like society doesn't want the father to teach their kid anything. They want the school to teach them everything.
No, it's Hey, that's toxic masculinity, man. If you don't teach your son how to play with dolls and watch TV for 6 hours a day, you are a toxic masculinity portrayer.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd rather have my son know how to skin some animals and start a fire and build a house, because when he's 80, that dude's gonna know how to build a house and skin an animal and build a fire.
Well, it ain't even about just the boys, man.
Oh, the women too.
I've only got daughters. Lord gave me 2 daughters, and
they're gonna be wearing dresses in 10 years.
Well, they're already wearing dresses, but they also know how to shoot. and they know how to build a fire, and they know how to take care of themselves. My oldest got in trouble recently because one of the boys in her class was acting like he wanted to fight, and so she full on slugged him in the shoulder. And then he ran off and cried for an ice pack. That's where our men are at these days.
What a little bitch.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, dude, and he's getting sympathy from his classmates. I'm like, dude, you know what we would have done to a boy that age when I was in school? I've been like, you're a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
She whoop your ass. But that's how it is now, man. That's how it is. And I'm raising my kids up to be tough. I still want my daughters to be women. But God, I don't know if any man's gonna be able to fucking protect her when she's older. She's gotta be able to defend herself.
Weird time, man.
It is. It's crazy.
And so, continuing forward, it says, we know that these phthalates, which we are constantly exposed to, are extremely worrying from a health perspective, leading to disruption of male reproduction health and, it appears, male behavior. So yes, it's the behavior. It's, you know, they're acting like little sissies. They can't even have a little owie, you know. So
Right.
I remember back in the day, the motto was, sticks and stones can break my bones, but words will never hurt me. But these days, it's sticks and stones can break my bones, and words will for surely hurt me.
Words are violence, man. Words are violence.
You know, times are changing, guys. You guys got to get off them artificial substances. Get your family off them artificial substances. I actually, you know, push for it. Like I try to help all my friends and family go for cleaner ingredients because I understand these ingredients and the way it affects the elderly, ourselves and our kids, even our animals. Like my animals, they eat organic, and whenever they eat GMO stuff, like you can tell they don't feel right. Like they don't look right. They are all annoyed. They're all mad. Same thing with your kids, guys. Same thing with your parents. Take care of your parents and kids. So, moving forward, the latest misconduct claims against the Cardinals are all too familiar for the NFL. You guys hear about this? I actually did not hear about this. Arizona
I
Cardinals are under fire. So it says, ESPN reported former Cardinals executive Terry McDonough is suing the franchise for stalling his career progress. He says owner Michael Bidwill was abrasive towards pregnant employees, creating an environment of fear for minority employees, and directed a cheating scandal in which everyone was supplied with burner phones to communicate with suspended general manager Steve Kim. Kim missed a little more than a month for a DUI. The accusing party also says Bidwill intercepted the results of the damning survey to make the Cardinals' workplace seem a bit less like working in an NFL coal mine. That's pretty deep.
I can't bring myself to care about what the NFL executives do these days.
Well, I mean,
I love football. I grew up with football. It was big. But, I mean...
This doesn't sound too bad. This doesn't sound as bad as the Washington Commanders or Washington Redskins, whatever, and their scandal a few years ago, pretty much sex trafficking.
Right.
You remember that, right?
Yeah, with the cheerleaders and shit. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Right. This is like, oh, they were trying to keep things on the down low in the company in terms of communications. Okay, every company fucking does that.
And I guess there was a voyeurism lawsuit that was settled in Dallas. So yeah, the NFL isn't like
So some players were flashing their junk in public. What's going on with that?
I don't know. I'm about to see. Oh no, it's actually $2.4 million to settle cheerleaders' voyeurism allegations against senior team. So it's way worse.
Oh, okay. So some executive was getting some locker room pics of the cheerleaders. That makes more sense.
Yeah, the longtime senior vice president, was standing behind a partial wall in their locker room with his iPhone extended while they were changing their clothes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's more offensive to me than the other thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had no idea about this in
I
Dallas.
didn't
You never
either.
actually heard about
That
this.
never made any fucking national news.
That made zero national news. This was February 16, 2022, so right after the Super Bowl. No wonder, because Super Bowl. And then,
Yeah. So they buried the story because it was right after the Super Bowl.
That's America's team, right? Dallas.
Right. Yeah, America's team.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, they're gonna bury that one.
Yeah.
But again, it's nothing story to me. The NFL, it is what it is at this point.
Yeah, Arizona is under some fire for treating their employees like shit, and it's good
So
that
should
they're
every
finally being
company
called
in
out.
the Fortune 500 be.
Oh yeah, pretty much. You know, this is the big piece of news that we had for the public. You know, from the start. This is one of the leading articles that we wanted to bring out to you guys. What is NATO and why is Finland joining? So Zed, can you take this away?
Yeah. All right. So Finland, 31st member of NATO. Huge alliance at this point. Obviously, they share a border with Russia. We could go back to World War II and talk about the nasty, nasty skirmishes that happened in Finland with the Russians coming in. But we won't. And anybody's free to make their own alliances and whatnot. That's fine. But NATO is a terrorist organization, as far as I'm concerned. If you go look through NATO's history, the amount of war crimes they've committed far doubles anything the Russians or the Germans did during World War II. This is more economical than anything, in my opinion. And a reason for NATO troops like Great Britain, the US, etc., to be able to move military troops into the border with Russia, prepping for World War III.
Mm.
Because they need World War III at this point. The economy's collapsing worldwide. That's been basically the crux of all major wars, is when the economy starts its downturn worldwide, you need a war.
Mm.
Something to funnel money into. And make people believe that they need to suffer for the war effort. So we'll go back to rationing and such. And it's overall, Finland is not an important alliance other than its border with Russia. They really have very little in terms of actual military power. But what this does is it gives the U.S. and its allies a reason to be able to move troops into Finland legally and start bulking up on their border.
I see NATO is pulling all strings in order to get everybody on their side. And
they're trying to rush it through.
And the bigger NATO, so here it is. NATO's 31 members, and when they join, so right now there are 31 members of NATO. What an Illuminati number, am I right? Close enough. So U.S., Canada, Greenland, Iceland, Norway, Finland, Russia, Belarus, Germany, France, Turkey, Spain, Portugal, UK,
Well,
and
Russia's not NATO. They're the Reds are the
enemies.
yeah.
Sorry, Russia is not, and Belarus is not.
Yeah. Yeah, Belarus. Those two aren't. It's basically North America and Europe.
Mm.
And it's just a strategic fortification against Russia because they're planning on ramping up the war.
What's on the other side of Russia to the right?
China.
Oh,
No, not right there. China would be far southeast. I'm trying to think. My geography is not as good as it used to be, and it's 2 a.m. my time, and I've been drinking.
It's all right, guys. Let's keep it moving forward. We will have a follow-up article on this once we figure out more with NATO and what they're exactly doing, because like, we just don't know what their full plan is yet, and we don't know what the future holds. The
No,
treaty cut
it holds more war.
pretty
for
much.
sure.
Yeah, moving forward, and right here, Amazon's drone delivery dream is crashing. We're not going to get into this too much. Just going to go ahead and say that all their plans are just not going through. They even had plans to deliver medical and recreational marijuana through this drone delivery service, but it's just having too much hurdles, and it's just one of those things that's up in the air, no pun intended.
Yeah, it was never going to work on a large scale. That it's just the drone technology, in terms of being efficient, isn't there.
we're not there yet.
Yeah, think about how many packages get delivered. Like if you live in a suburb or a city block, think about how many packages have to be delivered to houses these days in that area. And they just can't charge these drones enough to fly it. Like anybody who has a drone knows, like you take it out, you're going to get like an hour of flight time after you charge it for 8. It requires an incredible amount of energy. Not incredible, but a large amount compared to what the battery capacity is. They just can't feasibly make it work.
Yeah, and with a lot of people having drone shooters, aka guns, and other devices like I've seen people even jack drones, right? They'll shoot down the package and get the package. So
Yeah,
for sure,
it's just not going to work. You still need the delivery people.
yeah, not with current America. Maybe in some other place where they don't have the guns, like Australia, for sure. Moving forward, 2 former Atlanta hospital employees charged with stealing urn of stillborn infant, throwing away ashes.
What?
Married couple charged with theft, abandonment of dead body. Fucked
Ew.
up. This is what we're seeing. The battle versus good versus evil is real, and devil and demons are out there. This is heartbreaking, man.
Like I don't even. Again, you're right with this. That's what would even possess a person in their right mind who wasn't demonic to do this.
Right, yeah.
There's absolutely there's no benefit to you. It's just you being evil.
So the mother was taking a shower and she got out and the urn was missing. And there was a teddy bear with it. The teddy bear was found in a trash can in the hospital laundry the same day, but the urn was missing. The urn was later found at Frederick's home, but empty. and court documents allege they threw away the ashes. Both the married couple was released on bail. Wow. Throw them away, lock away the key. Honestly,
No, I'm all for the rule of law, but like if that's what you're doing, are you really redeemable? You're pretty well fucking fucked up at that point. So why? You know, we see all these released on bail, and all these people get off with these heinous crimes.
you know, I do think that that part of the justice system and reformation system with jails and all this and counseling should be spirituality and religion. I think that in some form or another,
Right. Don't
America,
force a religion on them, but there should be some spirituality counseling. Because
yeah,
obviously
some
these people are
spirituality,
Christian.
some demon removal, some exorcism, some nationwide exorcisms.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe. I don't know,
Hey,
man.
we know that the Vatican was making a tribe of priests who were known as the exorcists, right? They would go around exorcising people and then
Yeah.
demons.
I
Right.
saw stories on that where they're like, we don't have enough of them. We're running into so much demonic possession these days that we don't have enough exorcists.
You know what, guys? I'm actually down to be one of those people. If I'm be real, I'm down to be a priest, a shaman, and perform exorcisms on people. I think
That
over the
means no
next
more.
20 years.
That means no more. Can't do that no more.
What?
Yeah, you
No,
know,
no
hey,
more what?
if you're going Catholic, man, you got to cut off the hanky panky.
Yeah, no more. Hey.
What are you talking about? No. See, that's a whole different. I'm on a whole different side of it. No, see, I don't think sex. See, sex isn't a sin in my book. Like, no, there was never a time. There was never a time where God was like, you can't have sex. God never said that shit. Ever.
No, in fact, he says, "Go forth and be fruitful."
Yeah, literally, like spread your seed. And if you don't if you pull out, then
509.
no, but like they say, if what was isn't in the Bible, if you like pull out and you lay your seed on the ground instead of in the woman, you're kind of like a weak man. Isn't that true though?
That's Old Testament, yeah.
Yeah, like you're not supposed to pull out.
Don't be a quitter.
Yeah. Yo, so guys, we're finishing up right here. Activision is tormenting Call of Duty cheaters. Did you guys see this? How they're tormenting them? So there's cheaters all over the internet, right? They're playing these games.
Games like this. Yeah.
Activision, they're like, you know what? Let's just fuck with them. So what they're doing right here is that so this is a cheater, and he shot, and then he switched weapons, and then he's like, wait, I don't have any weapons. so Activision is letting the cheaters stay in the games. Like, they'll be in real games, and then boom, they'll be hit with a little switch. And yeah, that's not the only one.
This reminds me of what's that movie with Ryan Reynolds, Free Guy or something?
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I
where
watched
they
that.
have like the anti-cheating squad where they go in and just wipe people out if they caught them cheating.
Oh, that's such a good movie. Yeah, I like that movie.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. I actually think that's great.
This is amazing. I'll be honest. I love what Call of Duty's done. Check it out. We're gonna go ahead.
I love it too. That's awesome because everybody who's played like Call of Duty or Battlefield knows that there's these hackers, these cheaters out there where it's just ridiculous. They do things that they shouldn't be able to do and get a kill on you.
Well, guess what? They're not going to be able to get a kill anymore. Look, there's a damage shield now. They can shoot as much times as they can, and they're not gonna kill you. This is awesome. And then they die. Just a few shots. Also, there's cloaking. So not only is it a challenge when people can see every player in the map, but well, the challenge is no more. They can't see you. Like, hey, what the fuck?
Nice.
Yo,
I
really
love it. I'm all for it. That's going to bring so many more people to Call of Duty again.
Right.
Because you get tired of it. I used to play a lot when I was younger before I had my kids, and you know, I just didn't have any time. And you got so tired of getting like one-shotted from halfway across the map by somebody. If they're going to do that and weed out the cheaters that way by letting them play, but just making the game miserable for them, love it. Absolutely love it.
You know, we did see a lot of drama with the first few months of this game. Like, there was just so many cheaters. I actually would see some of the streams, and there would literally be cheaters on the streams, like in games that you'd be seeing, because there was just so much of them, you know, hackers. And I'm glad, because hackers kill the game. They make you rage quit. They break your controllers.
No, yeah. It's there's nothing that takes your love for playing it away more than when you know we're winning.
When you're better than someone and they're a cheater.
Right. When you like smack them like with 15 rounds with your AK and they shrug it off and they one-shot you with a pistol, you're like, all right, well. Yeah.
I'm done. I'm going to go hang outside with my dog.
All right, man. Hey, Woss, brother. It was good being on the stream with you. Hey. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you,
it's been an amazing time, guys. It's been an amazing time. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, WossBoss and Zed. Thank you for joining me on the news tonight.
All right, y'all have a good night.
Good night,
sir. Hey, this was the last article, so what a good way to end it.
Sir.
All right, so WossBoss, let them know where they can find you, buddy. And Zed, you too.
Shit, just I get WossBoss and see what pops
up. All right, and Zed will. You know, you don't have them
hang out in the OBDM Discord, man. Our big dumb mouth. Those guys are awesome. Listen to them. Listen to 509 Divine Pines. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Y'all have a great night.
Yes, sir. Hey, we'll have you on, Zed. You do a great job co-hosting up here with me and Woss, and you know, this was a good episode. We appreciate it. You have a great night. God bless. Be blessed, be high. All right, WossBoss. And so, how is it? Doing good out there, man? It's about the end of the night. How'd you like this episode?
Yeah, this is my second time being on 509 and, you know, getting my feet wet. I went the full 2 hours and 30 minutes, and it's about what time is it? 1 o'clock here where I'm at, and man, I'm tired. I got into it as much as I did. Thanks, 509. I appreciate what you're doing for everybody, putting out that truth. And I'll see y'all Thursday, right? I'll see y'all Thursday.
Yeah, man. So tomorrow I'll be back, and guys, I will be getting more guests. I just needed a little bit of a break, and I found that peace, and now I'm ready. Let's go ahead and do this. Season 2, we're moving, zooming, and things are booming. Last year I was on a laptop, and now I'm on a computer. Next year I'll be on a spaceship. Nah, I'm just playing. I hope so, though. You guys have a great night. Be blessed and be high. And, make sure to check out my sponsors down below. They'll help you out with everything you need. I got water ionizers. I got CBD sponsors. I got cannabis seed sponsors, vitamins and nutrient sponsors. I got healing and healer sponsors, right? We got a little bit of everything. Pepper sponsors, man. Hey, just go check out my codes below. Also, a Thread Beast box that you can score yourself $50 of free clothing if you click that link down below. Yo, I got the news. I got the moves, and we got the dubs out here. All right. You guys have a great night. Be blessed and be high, and see you guys next time on the 509 Divine Pines podcast. Peace.
Meditating, analyzing everything I see, so I see new horizons. Took the acid, feeling blasted in my brain, so I've been sitting up inside it, thinking about the present and the future. I'm improving cause I am a trooper, never getting caught up in the loop. Got up out it cause I found the truth. Woke up to a beauty of the day, the sun is shining, so I'm finna stay. Sitting, soaking up all of the rays, till I feel it surging through my brain like some booger sugar. Did a lot of cane, experimented with it, couldn't name all the times I did it, feeling like a fade. Yeah, I'm really glad that I let it go, cause I gotta be prepped for the time when the plane ride is a new norm. So I know I'm gonna stay high, blaze on the ganja, feeling like I make my music go to another level while I take off. I can't ever stop this, fell in love with it, fit like a glove, so I'm never ever done with it. So now I'm about to rip another beat, ayy. One day I'll make $1 million in a week, yeah, shooting for the top spot. Feel like I'm a hot shot, like I really got a chance with it. I will not flop, somebody gonna make it dance when I pop off. Gonna have all the bitches taking all the tops off. I've been feeling like I'm really gonna kill it for the rest of my life, so I've been staying focused. In my soul, I've been feeling like $1 million, so I know that everything is really getting closer. Yeah, no posers, only been hanging with the ones I've chosen. Only all the people that are living in the right way, cause they spending every day growing. Yeah, no whole shit coming in my life and then leaving in a moment. That's the shit I'll never let into my life again, cause lately I've been feeling like I'm golden. Never showboat, I just showcase on my music that I've made this far. Always knew that I could be the one that would get this far. Now I'm right here looking in my mirror, trying to figure out if there's any more fear, cause I'm getting rid of it all, yeah, I'm getting rid of it all. Meditating, analyzing